Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another trade recap. In today's trade, I did not take anything, but I want to go over like price action and like I feel there's a little bit of useful information, and I feel like I learned something new today. So yeah, um, let's hop right in here. Let's look at this real quick. So if you look at my journal here or my bias, I was like coming into the day with a bullish bias. Target of the day will be previous day high, which is a daily unmitigated SIBI. We close above the intermediate term high on ES nicely on the 4 hour, making it high probable for internal to external sequence. So again, you take a look here. We have a clean close above these highs on ES. So, and this is the 4 hour chart. If I show you guys right over here, 4 hour chart, clean close above. So internal back to external, SMT at the lows here. SMT at the lows. I expected now to push price higher from this breaker, and then leaving. Oh, bye then. Love you. Have a good day. So we have this hourly gap here. So this is what I wanted to see. Once price tapped into that hourly, I wanted to see price displaced from that hourly, and we did not end up seeing that. So I didn't take anything here. I was like, okay, this is fine. We have these equal highs that look very, very nice. These 15-minute, there was a 5-minute right here unfilled, and there was equal highs. Those look really, really nice, up for grabs. So I was like, okay, like, you know what, I want to see this gap hold, right? If it doesn't hold, we're most likely going to come and sweep these lows right here, just like this. So at this point in time, I think this is great where we are right here in price. We're inside of this 4 hour. Essentially, again, in live markets, this 4 hour was holding. We swept this 15-minute intermediate term low. How do I remove this replay like button? It's a little frustrating and annoying. You guys know how to remove this? It's okay. Alright, whatever. It's okay. So we came in, swept this low, and I was okay, like we could potentially seek longs from here because, and the reason why I don't need to see in the reason why I don't need to see what's it called, another sweep of this low here is because we swept an intermediate term low here. So from here, this could be seen as a protected low, and we can long. Now, why didn't I take this trade? And the reason why I didn't take this trade is because on ES, we were so close to taking out London lows, and we didn't. We were one tick away. And also, like, the fact that I got this close, again, and they were equal lows and London lows. If they were just any other lows and they weren't equal, I would have probably taken the trade. But the fact that ES left these equal lows, I was just telling myself, like, there's no point of taking this because if we end up going higher, I can end up just shorting. If we end up going higher here, or not, sorry, if we don't end up going higher here, I don't want to end up taking a losing position because of a potential short, right? I don't want to short essentially because we're in the 4 hour. So that's what I meant. So I told myself I don't want to be taking this trade because we can see the equal lows and I can see a short position play out of this. That obviously I won't be in it because I'm overall bullish, but I can see shorts play out. So again, I didn't take this. Equal lows were here on ES plus London session lows. We were so close. I wanted to see this actually sweep the low and then we can go higher. So I didn't take this again, and it ended up being a break-even trade. Again, this would have been a 2-minute inverse, tap back in. This would have been a long break-even. Would have been, I believe, it was a 3-minute or 4-minute gap right here. 4-minute gap. That's your break-even, and then you target the 15-minute. Okay. Another thing why I felt more confident, like I wanted to see this 15-minute CRT with this low. I feel like when I see like the low get swept, this right here, I was like, okay, like if this actually inverses now, there's gonna be a 3-minute, I believe, no, 2-minute. If this inverses now, I would now go long because now I feel like this is ready. Price just kept dumping, and I was okay. Like 4 hour inverse, 10 a.m. is opening lower essentially, so I was okay. If price comes and taps this 15-minute gap, I would look to take shorts. Now, this is the reason why I wanted to make a trade recap. Okay, because this is very important here. So right here, when 10 a.m. open, we go lower here, right? Leaving devil's mark candle, again, an open low. So again, we end up inversing this 4 hour. So where's the draw liquidity? Low hanging fruit, this low. Okay. Now that low right there, go on the hourly. I'm gonna go in the hourly. So we have equal lows here, or relative equal lows. And again, if you go ahead and take a look inside even further, those lows are actually equal right here as well. So this was a pretty strong draw on liquidity. I wanted to take shorts to these lows. Now, what was the problem here? The next 15-minute candle here, one thing that I didn't like about this was, again, 15-minute open lower, and then we went higher to this high. So I was okay, like, that's fine. We did that to retrace to the 10 a.m. candle, and that's fine. I was okay. Now we're tapping into this 15-minute gap right here. We're tapping into this 15-minute gap. We are clearly in a premiums, and that is above the 10 a.m. opening price. We're clearly bearish. The 4-hour fair value gap inverse. We have this breaker. We have this mitigation. So we have mitigation, the 4-hour inverse in a premium, clear draw on liquidity, continuation short. Now, I was looking at this 1 minute here. So I wanted to see this 1 minute here for shorts. I hate this replay thing, bro. Let me just take it off. So I want to see this 1 minute inverse for shorts. Now, the only thing that bothered me here for shorts were actually two things. So the 15-minute opening lower, right? Because we didn't have CRT. Like, if again, by CRT, I mean, like, I wanted it to look like this, where we didn't sweep this low. We would have just swept the high, meaning the next target should be the low, right? That's what I wanted to see, right? But again, if it's a continuation, the next candle should continue lower, right? So in that case, I wanted to see this 4 minute. So I was telling myself, okay, like, I don't mind shorting, but I want to see this 4 minute. On top of that, I don't want to be in this 3 minute here. Like, I see, like, context wise, we did inverse this. We are tapping into a key level. This should be my break even, and this should be TP. Like, this is a beautiful trade. I would take this literally 10 out of 10 times, but I'm just telling myself right now, like, I want to take the most A+ setup, and this was, don't get me wrong, like, this was a beautiful setup, but the way we can learn from this is the fact that, again, we didn't have the CRT of the high. Again, maybe this 30-minute, I was like, maybe the next 30-minute we open higher, sweep this high one more time, and then go lower. And I felt like I didn't want to get in the trade too early. I didn't want to be too early and jump the gun and be like, well, what is the excuse for this trade failing? And I tell myself, well, 15-minute, we open lower, like we don't have CRT, and then we're inside of this 3-minute. So not everything was completely aligned, right? So that's why I tell myself, like, I have to wait for it to be undeniably clear. Every single trade I take is so clear where there's no buts or ifs. It's just a beautiful trade. And I am comfortable trading like that every single time, right? And if we would have had the CRT like the way I said, or like again, if we would have had this candle something like this, where it would have been a little lower and we don't sweep that low, and we would have had something like this, like the way on ES it's looking, like here on ES, this looks beautiful. Right, if we look at ES here, boom. Again, we're tapping this breaker above 10 a.m., tapping the 15-minute fair value gap, and then we have this, again, beautiful. This looks so clean, like this, right? This is what I want to see. So I was like, okay, beautiful. I'm like, this on ES looks amazing, right? So that's just what I want to see, right? I was okay, and then the 3-minute was there. So those two things threw me off. So I was like, okay, you know what? The way I take this trade is I'm just going to wait. Again, I know we're tapping from a 15-minute. I know we're above 10 a.m. opening price. We closed back inside of the range. My condition here, I see the equal lows. This is perfect. This is beautiful. I want to see this 3-minute inverse. Or sorry, this 4-minute inverse. If it would have inversed, I would have taken a short. Boom. Target this equal lows. I would have been off for the day. Right? And that's okay. So that's why I didn't take this. Right? That's why I did not take this short. But yeah, overall, I think it was a good short. I just had to learn something new today, and it was that, right? Even though you have a clean draw on liquidity, like so right here, you can still take this trade. Do not be afraid of taking this trade, right? Because just because we don't have the CRT, we have the CRT low. Again, we're still delivering from a higher time frame gap, right? And we could still go lower after this 1-minute inverses. And that's just on me. That's just something I should have been aware, and I wasn't, and that is okay. In that moment, I was just very comfortable with taking the 4-minute, and there's gonna be other moments where it's okay, right? And today was one of those things where I was like, you know what? I don't like the 15-minute CRT. I see the clear draw on liquidity. I just don't want to rush into the trade because we swept this low first and go to the high, and then I don't want to see maybe we sweep this high first and then go back to the low. I was afraid of that happening, and I was like, you know what, this is a 3 minute. I want to be sure, and that's the thing. Maybe I could have taken the 3 minute here. If anything, I could have taken the 3 minute. I just did it, and that is completely okay. This is a really good trade in my opinion. Still, that's just personally what I wanted to see, and we didn't get that. And not every single time you're gonna get your conditions met, and it doesn't mean it's a bad trade. It's just something you can learn from. And moving forward, this is something I learned from. If the trade still looks really good, and I was just trying to like look at it and see, okay, if the trade still looks really good, there's a clear sell model here. 4 hours inversing, 10 a.m. We made it get at 10 a.m. Came into the breaker, and we have this 1 minute again. Very clean trade. Again, now we're going to age of lows, and we're just consolidating. So the markets did its job for the day. So yeah, overall, very proud of my execution. Very proud of the trading day today. Again, very good trading week. I love the way I traded this week. I did a really good job. Now it just comes down to being patient, and yeah, that's it. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this trade recap. Again, not a bad trade, very good trade. Just I learned something new. If the model is still there and we're delivering from a gap, we're in a premium, everything is there. To not be afraid. But again, I still think I would wait for the whole range in this occasion. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of data collection and see how that works. So yeah. That being said, catch you guys on the next one. Peace.